Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today I am already wearing, and we are going to discuss the brand new Huda Beauty FauxFilter Luminous Matte Liquid Concealer. As you see, I picked up two shades, one for under the eye brightening, as Huda herself recommends, and one about the shade of my face just for basic concealing, of which I need a lot. We're going to talk about it, we're going to do a little demo, and I'm going to give you my thoughts because I actually have a lot of thoughts. Now, if you are new to my channel, well, hello and welcome. If you are not new to my channel, you will know that the way that I review concealers is on what I like to call a concealer spectrum. At one end of the spectrum, we have fluid, light concealers like this Armani Power Fabric or the fairly new Say concealer. And at the other end of the spectrum, we have really thick, heavy-duty concealers such as the Pat McGrath concealer or the Good Apple concealer. So we are going to place it in the spectrum. I feel that is the best way to review a concealer because people tend to like, if they like Good Apple, they like Pat McGrath. If they like Say or the newest Lancome, they will probably like Giorgio Armani, that kind of thing. So I feel it falls into those categories. All right, so let's talk about it and then we'll place it on the spectrum and try it on. The FauxFilter Luminous Matte Liquid Concealer is medium to full coverage, so you can go ahead and build it. It brightens and conceals. It is fragrance-free. Hooray! Crease-proof and matte. Kind of funny. Did any of you notice, or was it just me? Luminous matte? Luminous matte? Isn't that like saying rainy sunshine? Well, I guess sunshine could go through rain. So maybe we figured it out. I don't know. All right, I got two shades. I went ahead and got Sugar Biscuit, which is this one here. Actually, that's 3.5 neutral. And then for under the eyes, I went a little lighter, and I got Coconut Flake, which is 2.7 neutral. So I did two neutral shades because I do have a light, medium, neutral complexion. But you'll find what you like because there are 29 shades in total, and the product is $29. All right, let me show you the two shades I got, and then we'll go to using them and we'll place them in the spectrum. Okay, so here is the lighter of the two. Here is 2.7 and Coconut Flake. You will see me apply it underneath my eyes, but there it is for you on my arm, the skin of my arm anyway. And here is 3.5 neutral Sugar Biscuit, which is supposed to be more like my actual skin shade. It's a little warmer too. And boy, do I have a lot to cover up. While I have it open here, I will show you that it has a very nice little chubby doe foot with a nice little angle on it. As I said, this is medium buildable coverage. And so obviously I will place it in my spectrum right smack dab in the middle. A little towards the Giorgio Armani, more towards the Giorgio Armani lighter side. Then I would put it towards the Good Apple or Pat McGrath side, believe it or not. And I'll say that because it has a nice spreadability and you can use a lot of it. My issue with these really thicker ones is that you have to be very gentle, and gentle is not my middle name. You have to just barely dab and spread, and these cake on me. I like these lighter, more viscous formulas of concealer for me personally because I go to town. I'm not just Aunt Sally with blush. I'm Aunt Sally with everything. I love to put on just a ton of concealer. So these work for me, but I kind of like that the FauxFilter is gonna give me a little bit more coverage. So I'm really kind of enjoying that, and I'm going to show you in the demo how I use it, and then afterwards I'm going to give you my opinion. And some of my opinion reflects on how I tend to like to use concealer. And so we'll talk about that as well. So stay right there. I have a little bit of the Chanel Fresh Water Complexion Touch on that I reviewed. I guess at this point it would be yesterday that review went up. So we're going to try this over it. Now I am having some serious complexion troubles today. I am very broken out. So you're just seeing me with a little bit of the foundation on, just kind of a light medium foundation. But in this area here, and that's I guess like hormonal type acne. I'll zoom you in. I'm not proud of it. What are you gonna do? My eyes, Yeah, they're not great. They're not horrible. Inside here, guys, I do have some darkness. It's the unflattering cam. But let's just be honest, right? I also have, and this is just me, I haven't found anybody else who has this. This is a unique thing. Yay, lucky me. I have these visible veins here on the sides of my eyes. I don't know why that is. So let's see what we can do. I have my Sonia G Fusion brushes, which are just kind of great with this kind of thing. Let's do one side of the face, okay? Now, I am going to use the Coconut Flake, which is the 2.7 neutral, under the eye only on this side of the face. I'm not going to put that in other spots. But I don't tend to get here. I get sunken eyes, but I don't tend to get any. So let's just do it right there. And I'll just put a little here just to see. And I will not touch this eye yet. Okay, let me blend this out. And it blends just beautifully. I go wild with concealer. That's why I can't do Pat McGrath and Good Apple, because I have to use them too sparingly. And sparingly and concealer don't go together in my vocabulary. I also tend to like to run concealer over the eyelid. I should use a primer, but I don't. All right, so this eye has nothing. This eye has the Coconut Flake. What do you think? Let me take a look. Oh, definitely brighter. Okay, I don't mind that at all. All right, now let's try our 3.5N Sugar Biscuit on this part of my face, which is, I get the redness around the nose. I get the, that's a good shade for me, I think, you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to dot this on like a foundation. I'm just going to bathe in this. I need a bigger wand. And I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation there too. Wow, it's like a full confessional here, guys. Tell me about your skin trouble. So now, I know, Rebecca, why don't you just use it as a foundation? Why don't you? Okay. So we're not doing this side. And I notice I used the bigger Sonia G Fusion brush. Okay. Now we can test this, because that's really where I need concealer the most, you guys. Like a lot. A lot. Okay. Let me move this. Sniffle, sniffle. Getting over that cold still. Okay, this side of my face, I'm not going to make you sit through the other half. Don't worry, I promise. This side of my face is now completely concealed. I should look like, it should look perfect. So we got the lighter shade under the eyes. And again, that was the Coconut Flake 2.7. And then we have the Sugar Biscuit 3.5N around the rest of the face. This side has no concealer on it. So I'll let you take a look and see what you think. Let me finish the rest of my makeup. I'll do the other side. I'll conceal the other side as well. And then we'll have a little chat about it. Stay there. Okay, lots to say. Here's the finished look. Let me do an extremely unflattering close-up of my skin today. So the problem areas here, nose, mostly here. Now, let's look at my under eyes as well. I'll open my eyes because that will make it worse. Because these are the kinds of things I want to address. Okay, so here are my thoughts. In terms of a medium, on my spectrum, my concealer spectrum, in terms of a medium, it's good, it's useful. You could use it like you would one with much less coverage. You don't have to be so precious with it, and it spreads nicely and doesn't cake. So if you're light concealer, you like the way it performs, but you need a little bit more coverage, you would enjoy this. Now, if you like your kind of thicker concealers, I'm pointing over here because I have Pat McGrath and Good Apple over here, and they cake a little bit on you, and you hate that you have to control yourself and use a bit less so it doesn't cake, then try this. Great meeting in the middle point. Now, my only drawback, and it's slight, but it might not be slight for some of you. because it is a slightly more medium coverage than I am used to with my Giorgio Armani, with the Say. It's in the lines a little bit more underneath my eyes. Now look, I'm tired. I have some lines under my eyes. You know, I'm not expecting a magic trick. So I'm not like, it's bad, therefore. It isn't at all. Dior. Do you remember the newest Dior that they released? It's around here somewhere. That sunk into my lines so much that it actually looked like I'd gone to a special effects makeup artist and had them age me. The Dior. This is not like that, but it is not as fluid under my eyes as, say, the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric that I'm used to. When you go with a little bit higher coverage, you've got to use a little bit less because it will do that. It is not caking. It just points them out a little bit. So I need to like chill on the application. And if I apply less, it will take care of that. But if you're like me and you're used to just laying it on with a trowel on your face, then, you know, you got to lay back a little bit. But if I use these, I really have trouble, these really thicker ones. So, you know, this is also down to usage. If I use a little bit less, it'll be better. And down to just, you know, genetics. I have some fine lines under here. So, you know, you can't expect magic. But I did just have to tell you, you know, you got to be a little bit careful. You can't go too crazy. But it is for a medium coverage foundation concealer. It is really the favorite I've tried in terms of its spreadability and ease of use and the way it looks and wears on the face. I think I did need a medium coverage today, and I think it provided that, so I'm not angry at it at all. But, you know, chill when you use it a little bit. Do as I say, not as I did, right? Because I do have some lines emphasized, but it's more the fault of me than the product, I believe. And I will continue to play with it, but I really want to know your thoughts. I guess in the United States, this is in stores now, I believe. So many of you will kind of be grabbing it. And I want to know what you got, what shades you got, and how you think it performs. I love your opinions. I really do. You guys are amazing. So definitely let me know. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. And if you haven't already done so, what are you waiting for? Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and that way I won't miss any of you in the next video. Bye-bye.